No, my brain's emptied. I was going to say something, but it's gone. It's Tuesday. We're going to continue with Lotus 2 for a bit because I felt like I was making some good progress yesterday, so I don't really want to let that go. Before we get into the gritty though, I did post in the Discord a slight update on the situation. I haven't had any concrete answers, but basically they're going to have a look into the issue. I have done my math and I think I'm correct, so I don't have too much doubt there. So hopefully I'll get some sort of confirmation tomorrow, but we'll see. But for tonight we're going to be racing, so let's start the timer and get back on with Lotus 2. 11 hours and 18 minutes into this game now. Probably going to jump on over to Paperboy after this, but we'll see. I would like to finish this mode. Power up indeed. How are you? We got to the very final race yesterday. I've just got to sort of figure out how I'm going to go about doing that. It's just a little bit tricky. I think the plan is to just place really well in the other races and then fluff that one up. Here comes Yogi. How are you, Techie Rob? I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling better than yesterday, but the only thing that's sort of making me a bit uneasy is my manager being like, "Are you sure that's not a mistake?" and like looking at some things on my time card, and I'm just like, oh my god, because it's pretty flexible. They're pretty chill. Like, if I'm a couple of minutes over the clock, they don't knock it off, and they always round up. And I'm like, oh, if she's gonna start like scrutinizing and nitpicking everything, you know, like if I'm like 3 minutes late or whatever. It's always the problem when you have to bring things under the scrutiny. People get carried away. I'm one of those people as well though, like I won't until it's confirmed and in my bank account. I'm not gonna relax. I'm just like, what? We'll see. One of the things that's definitely happened though is that because of the national holiday in Japan of Obon, 2 of the days I worked, which were the 8th and the 9th of August, are considered next month's pay, because I think it's because it's like a national bank holiday thing, so it's rolled over into the other one, even though I didn't have a holiday. So that's fine, but that still doesn't what's the word? Account for the rest that's missing. So that's that. I think even ignoring those 2 days, I'm still correct in what my estimation was. Let Green Hell Zone wash over you. Oh god, that was what it was. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm watching my saucy, not saucy really, but like trashy Japanese, I don't even know what you call it, melodrama. I guess it's like the equivalent, I've never read them, but like, I don't know, like those 80s like romance novels, I don't know, but there's not really romance, kind of is, but it's more like affairs and whatever. I've been getting quite into that. It's really funny, because it's intentionally knowing what it's doing, so I'm kind of enjoying the self-aware, ridiculous melodramas. I walked home from work today and watched a couple of shows on the way. Well, 2 shows. It takes me about an hour and a half to walk. It's boiling hot as well today. Like, it was like 33 degrees and then it absolutely threw it down with rain. But the temperature didn't really go down. It was like a hot house. Absolutely disgusting outside at the minute. I'm very much looking forward to the autumn coming. Ooh, I expected people in the Australasia area will be all getting ready for their summer. Hot nights are so draining. They are the worst. I have air conditioning though, so that's not actually too bad, but I do find that the air conditioning, like drying your sinuses out and stuff, like all the like kind of recycled dodgy air, is not great. But I'm usually okay at home because it's cooler with the aircon on, but it's just like earlier, like I got in from work, I took a bath, but the bath was like hot. And then you get out of the bath and it takes you ages to cool off because it's so hot, but I needed to like make some dinner and I'm like sweating again in the kitchen. It's like, oh my god, I've just had a wash. I hate sweating. I'm sure, I don't know who does like sweating, but I absolutely hate it. Hate the feeling of sweat. Oh, am I gonna catch up? I don't think so. Where the hell are the other cars? There's one. Come on, go, 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 go. You can do it. Second place. I'll take it. Yeah, the hot nights are rubbish. We'll be moaning that it's too cold soon. Freezing. Can't get out of bed. Body's aching because it's cold. I get more sensitive to the temperature every year. There's no getting used to it. It's like, as well, there's some people saying, do you not get used to it out there, like with the heat? And it's like, well, not really, because, you know, once it gets to like November to December, it'll be freezing until like April. Absolutely freezing. Snows and everything. So it's kind of, and it feels like almost as cold, if not as cold as the UK back home as well. It's just that the UK is probably colder for longer and has a lot more of an in-between. Can't deal with the Spanish summer. I don't even know, like, I can't remember the European, like, what you call it, Mediterranean summers, because they're a bit drier though usually, aren't they? This is wet, it's humid, it's nasty here. Although it does dry up a bit in August. Today was disgusting, but I hate the humidity. I remember going to Greece a lot as a kid. And by the way, hello Demi, how are you? I remember going to Greece and stuff as a kid, and that heat. I remember it being a bit tough in the hotel at night. Like the aircon wasn't always working very well, but it's very different. Like people say, you know, oh, I love the hot weather and stuff. It's like, yeah, but do you like going to work in it? Like when you're on holiday by the pool, that's one thing. But when you just like walking to get the subway, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're knackered and you wish you weren't going to work, and you're like sweating and the sun's like beating down on you. It's different. And you're also at work and maybe the air conditioning isn't to your liking and you're just hot. It's very different working and being on holiday. Oopsie. In Finland you shut down at 25. 25's nothing. 31 at night inside. Yeah, it's 30 at night. I mean, what is it right now? It's like 9 o'clock. Today, it's been cooler the last day or two though. It's 28 degrees right now and it's 8 o'clock. Bearing in mind it rained today. But no, it's 9 o'clock. Like last week it was like 34 degrees at like midnight. Can't get out of it. But 34 degrees at night is different from 34 degrees in the day. I mean, the other day I think it hit 38 and it's just, ugh, it's like an oven beating on you. No, you need AC. Overclocked, it's 20 inside, 40 outside. Well, that happens here sometimes. I find if you go to karaoke and stuff here, it's freezing in the summer, and in the winter it's too hot. Winters are horrible though here because a lot of the shops and stuff, they blast heating, and I find it like is killing me because I've wrapped up for the freezing cold outside. And going in the post office and I'm having to take off like all my layers because I can't breathe because they've got it set to like fucking 30 degrees or whatever. Probably not, but I don't know. I remember going in one shop once. It was like a retro store. I think it was a Super Potato, and I was just dying. It was in the winter. It was like absolutely freezing, and I looked behind the counter and I saw the shop attendant person where they were, and I could see the air control behind the counter. It was set to 30, and I thought, what the fuck have you got it set to 30? I don't want 30 in the summer. But also, like, bearing in mind, I've come outside from like January, February weather. I've got like a t-shirt on, maybe a sweater and a fleece and a coat on because it's freezing, and my gloves, and I've come into your shop and it's 30 degrees in here. I'm just like taking off. I mean, I had to take my coat off, but then I'm like, oh, I need to take my like sweater off because I'm starting to sweat in the shop. It's bonkers. I remember I used to work in the supermarket though, and that was cold. Because you've got all the cold food and stuff, that would be cold. But we had these really nice jackets that you'd wear, but that was sometimes a bit chilly. I used to love my supermarket jacket, it was dead cozy. Oh, get out way. Does it get cold in Finland? I mean, well, warm even. I picture it being a colder country. I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to like Sweden, Finland, and Norway though. They're all sort of compartmentalised in my head in the same way. Which is a bit terrible of me, but I've never been to any of them. Work in a warehouse, cool room in the summer, you had winter overalls on. I like doing stock, I find it very therapeutic, like doing the shelves and things. Minus 20 Celsius. What? Is that real? I watched a video about somewhere recently, but I don't remember where it was. I think it was Iceland. And that was bonkers. How do you survive with that though? Because I was watching this video with this girl and she was having to show us what she does. It's like she's got all the thick stuff on and she has to like cover everything up and stuff, otherwise she'll get like frostbite. Like in crazy amount of like thick gloves and all this stuff, and then when she goes into like the malls and stuff, they've got like locker rooms to like put all your anti-freezing clothing on. Is it like that? Yeah, 20 continues. That's weird though. How can you have both? No thanks. Seems like you can't win. They're gonna get shot by this laser, do you reckon? Do you reckon? I do. Oh! It's such a load of shit. What can I do about it? Da -da -da -da. What were they thinking? It's fun. Whoa! 30 is tough. So we got running. 20 is tolerable. Minus 20. I can't even imagine. Maybe it was lower than that then, where I was watching this video, because it literally looked like a totally different way of life. Siberia. Maybe it was like that, I think. I think that was the kind of video I was watching. It was literally like she was wrapping up in like crazy, specially made clothing for it. Not just like warm clothes, but like proper stuff. Like thermal gloves and jackets and whatever. And they go into the mall. They go into like the mall and stuff, and everybody would have to disrobe because otherwise they'd overheat. Or like you'd go into a cafe and you'd have to take all your stuff off because the cafe's got obviously heating. She's got boots and whatever. But then she's, you know, she's outside and her nose is basically frozen. And she's got icicles like on her eyebrows. Frost even or whatever. I couldn't live like that. I'd want to move, I don't know. I guess if you're used to it, but no. Maybe I can imagine people who are born there are fine with it, but I can't. Who wants to move there? Hate the winter, but no, not so much because it's cold. Well, what don't you like about it? Hey Buckplugged, how are you? I start to freeze at like 30, yeah. I like the winter myself. I think autumn's my favourite though, but I like the winter. I like how it looks. And I kind of like... Ooh! I quite like early, darker hours and stuff. Although I don't when I go home. Like when I go back to the UK, it kind of annoys me that the sun goes down so quickly. Because I want to go for like a walk or something and it's like 3 PM and the sun's gone. Do I need to stop again? I can't remember. I think I do. You hate the dark? See, I like the darkness. I love it. I'm a night person. As long as it's not like raining, I don't mind like gloomy days. It doesn't really bother me. Much lighter with snow low, more light with snow. Yeah, snow's pretty. I don't like, no, I'm autopilot chatting. I hate the snow, it's annoying. It's wet and horrible. Gets on my nerves. I like the snow if I'm inside and don't need to go anywhere. But 4 or 5 hours of daylight in December, that's not a lot. What do you get in the UK? I'd say we get not that much different really in the UK in December. I'd say it's about 6. Maybe 6 or 7. Sun's coming up about 8, half 8 I would say. 8 and then it's going by 4. So maybe 8. But it's like going at those hours. I'd say it's about 7 or 8 hours in December. Japan doesn't change much at all. It's give or take about 2 hours for summer and winter. Like the winter, right now sunset's about 6 o'clock. It's going backwards now because we've gone through June, but it's about 6 o'clock for sunset at the moment, and the sun's up about 5 in the morning at the moment. But in the winter the sun won't be up till like 7 or 8, and then it goes down about 4:30-ish to 5 o'clock. It doesn't really change that much, but that's something that I find weird. I haven't been to the UK in the summer in about 11. I mean, I haven't seen a British summer in 15 years now, and I forget how bizarre, like, you know, my friend sent me pictures when it's like 10 PM and the sun's still up. That just doesn't happen here, thank God, because I'd burn. The sun needs to go away here. It would be an absolute nightmare otherwise. Because, I mean, peak summer, sometimes I literally wait for sunset to just go to the supermarket. So I sometimes quite like going, because there's a 24-hour supermarket, a really massive one. It's like about a 40-minute walk away. Sometimes I will take an adventure to it at like 1 in the morning in the hot weather instead. Can I make 2 more laps? I think I've got 2. Whoa! We could do without the fucking laser bullshit. Oh my god. Straight after the turbo. That's devastating. Which way we go into the office? Which way nearly? Oh, that's depressing. When I was a kid though, that reminds me of school. Like you used to go to school in the dark, and then when you come out, it was getting dark again. Are you real, fucking Lotus? What a joke. The only reason I'm losing this race is because I just had shit luck with the lasers. What an absolute load of crap. Oh, get out of the way, you bellend. Rubbish. What a joke. Sweden. Hang on, I want to check my geography. I'm awful now. Where's a map of Europe? Which one is which? Which is Norway, which is Sweden, which is Finland? Because in my mind, do you, like, from your point of view as a Swedish person or a Finnish person, how do you clob together Europe? Which are your blind spots where it's just like, and that bit kind of thing? I feel like the east side of Europe I know a lot less about geographically, being British, because never really went on holiday over there and stuff. It's mostly more Mediterranean side of it. Oh, as if this Jeopardy music's just come on. For 1,000 points, where is Finland? I can't even see. Why are all these pictures so small? Norway. Yeah, Norway's where I thought it was. So then Sweden, and then Finland. Oh, I can see why Finland would be so cold then, I guess. 'Cause it's right next to Russia. What's below? Oh, I've been to Finland. No, I've been to Finland actually. I do. I know what you're talking about because it's Helsinki, isn't it? I haven't been to Finland, but I've been to the airport. I had to do a transfer at Helsinki. I've done it twice actually when I've come back from Japan, gone to the UK. And I've been there in December, and we had to do the brief moment where we get off the plane and walk into the airport, and I remember it being like, fucking hell. Because obviously I wasn't dressed for it, because I was getting off a plane. And it was like, you could just see, I had a coat and stuff, but you could see your breath and everything. It was crazy. I felt like I was in a James Bond movie. But, yeah. So, I have been to Finland. Helsinki Airport. I like Finnair, actually. It's one of my favourite airlines. It's just they got really expensive. I used to always fly with Finnair until COVID, and then I got priced out. But I loved Finnair. Because they always used to be decently priced, and the journey was pleasant, and I thought that just the staff and stuff were nice as well, and it was just a nice sort of journey and a transit. And Helsinki's a nice airport. Inside, it's freezing outside. Go to Bulgaria, not sure you can place it on a map. It's right next to France, isn't it, Bulgaria? Wait, no, I'm thinking of Belgium. And is it southeast of Germany? Southeast, yeah. That gets a bit patchy for me as well. See, a lot of stuff like Sweden and stuff obviously is a bit famous in the UK for like Eurovision, ABBA and whatnot. What was that drama? Where was that from? Was it? It was called The Killing in English. That was one of those three countries, and that became a massive surprise hit for some reason. In its original language as well, without being remade, which was very unusual for an English audience to watch something subtitled. Like, I think it's more common now because obviously Squid Games boomed, but I remember everybody talking. I watched some of it, but I never finished watching it. But I was watching The Killing. I should finish it sometime, but that was really popular in the UK. I think it was shown on BBC or something for some reason, because people, like, nobody watches subtitled stuff in the UK. It never gets on the TV. It has to be like remade or something. If you watch foreign films with subtitles, it's like, oh, aren't you fancy? Artistic. Really? Disproportionately international footprint in culture and sports. Well, I think ABBA alone are endless and timeless and in like just global. I mean, even now, there's obviously Mamma Mia's on in Japan again. The musical. Where was it now? If that might be what it was. There was no, well, that won't be what it was then. The Killing was American that remade it, but there's probably something else that you're thinking of. The Killing. Where was The Killing from? Well, there's 4 seasons of it. I'm talking out my arse. It was Danish. It's Danish show, The Killing. What was the Swedish one then? Swedish crime drama. It wasn't like Broadchurch or something that was remade and I didn't know. Remade? Oh, there was those movie trilogies. Where were they from? The Millennium Trilogy, the girl with the dragon tattoo. Is that Swedish? Yeah. Shot in Sweden. Numerous TVs. Wondering what was this? It says here The Bridge was remade in the UK as a joint production. Wallander, I've heard of that. Is that Swedish? Huh. Wallander 2008 to 2016. I think my mum watched that. It was adapted from a Swedish TV series. Wallander, yeah. I think my mum watched that. My mum watches anything that's crime. So, talk about Swedish crime dramas. We were just talking about Norway, Sweden, and Finland in general, and then Swedish culture, famous culture, like in probably English-speaking countries, or even internationally. I was talking about The Killing, and I got it wrong. That was Danish. But that was I was living in Japan though, but I heard from back home that suddenly the Danish, The Killing was really popular. I'm gonna fail this race, bugger. Yeah, I fluffed it. I'm just gonna quit. The British show Luther? No, but I was recommended it. I've always meant to watch that one actually, because I've heard it was really good. I'm very out of tune with British TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, period. At the moment I'm back into watching Japanese dramas. I don't really watch a lot of English stuff anymore. I'm more interested in Japanese stuff because of the language reasoning. I'm not sure if I would watch what I'm watching if it was in English. Some of it I would, because it is legitimately good, but I have a higher tolerance for shite just because I'm enjoying the language novelty of it. Also, to be honest, a little bit of it is I've been living here. I've been living here for so long now. I mean, what? Not quite, but I think I've been living here about a third of my life at this point. So it's more familiar to me almost now, like watching Japanese TV shows and just seeing locations and things and stuff. It's a bit more normal. I don't think I necessarily will ever be relating to it on a cultural level, but just visually. Especially, I quite enjoy watching older shows for that reason too, because I like to see a different side of the country I live in that I wasn't here for, even though I might have been alive, but just different. I like watching things that were popular with my generation of Japanese people when they were like teenagers and stuff. I find that interesting because I feel like I can still connect to it because it's got a vibe about it. It's, you know, 90s or whatever. So you need to watch Peacemaker. 2 streaming streams a year. Yeah, you know what I've been getting into a little bit now? I've been trying to get into TV shows that are airing in Japan at the moment because I miss the whole like watching an episode once a week feeling, looking forward to next week's episode. I've never really liked this Netflix binge culture. I find it too overwhelming, and this race to watch the entire series so that you can talk about it, I just find it tiring. I miss the whole, you know, going into school or whatever the next day, or messaging your friend and being like, have you watched that episode yet? Like, did you watch blah de blah last night? Oh my god, kind of thing. I miss that sort of conversation and stuff. Even if I'm not necessarily having a conversation with anybody about it, but I've got a show at the moment that I'm up to date on, and I look forward to it. It's my little thing, like every Friday I'm like, ooh, new episodes out. And what I also quite like about Japanese drama is they are usually self-contained mini-series, and they're usually anywhere between 10 to 12 episodes long, and then they end, and only if they're incredibly popular and they want to milk some money out of it or whatever will they bother making another season. They're usually just one-off stories and then you move on. So I quite like that because you get to see actors doing lots of different roles and things. So yeah, I admit the weekly format is very underappreciated, I think. One thing that was nice, I think, about the event of Netflix, in some ways, I think it helped like make TV shows more, I can't think of the word, like focus, because TV was about filling time slots, whereas with Netflix, it would be telling a story and it has its purpose and it's done. It's a small series and it's finished. Whereas, but then on the other hand, I actually do miss my American TV shows, like, you know, like I used to watch Desperate Housewives, and that would be like 24 episodes a season, and it's a lot of episodes, and a lot of them are filler, but they weren't bad. It wasn't filler really, it was just clocking in to watch, because you don't binge it, you watch it weekly, so you just clocking in to watch your regular characters and whatever. It's got a different feeling to it. I think binging 24 episodes of anything is never as fun. But I used to look forward to it, and especially with America's schedule, because eventually I started just watching things online on America's schedule, and they've got all the breaks of like Thanksgiving and the Oscars and stuff. The shows, like one series of a show is on pretty much about 80% of the year. It's just on because it takes about 40 odd weeks or so to get through to broadcast the entire series, whereas the UK, we didn't like that approach. That's why we often got American shows later, I think, because we would wait until they got far enough before we would start airing it, because we didn't want long breaks. Because I mean, honestly, I had to get apps when I got into American TV shows, because I don't know how people remember to watch anything, especially in the days before like video record, like TV, you know, TiVo recorders or whatever, because you just like, you'd watch your show and then it's just boggers off for 3 weeks and then comes back later. I don't know how anybody remembered to tune back in again. I used to forget. Good nut flux. I guess someone realised that dumping a whole series at once is a good way to make sure it stays in the zeitgeist for less than a week. Well, yeah, because it is. Do you not think as well, like, it's probably what you're just saying, but like these shows, they get very like, people absolutely chew them up and then just spit them out again, and it's next. Like, everything booms and pops off for like 5 minutes and it's all very disposable. It's like everything trends and then just is gone, whereas, you know, bigger shows back in the day like Twin Peaks, that would have been like months and months phenomenon, a cultural phenomenon for like half a year, and probably gaining momentum gradually as it went along, people talking about it. So whereas now it's like, it's just sort of talked about for a couple of weeks and then it's gone until next year, if it's coming back. Oops. 12 hours Faulty Towers and air them over 40 years. Oh my god. Do you have the Faulty Towers as well? It's good though, like sometimes. I think British comedy shows on the whole, one of the reasons I think that a lot of British comedy shows hold up as true classics and things is because most of them knew when to stop. Whereas I think American TV shows tend to run them into the ground before they take them off air. I don't know why I was stopping for that long. Well, yeah, you don't have a captive audience anymore with TV. Because, I mean, for the sake of Twin Peaks, that would be often the case. Because I've been looking up some Japanese shows, like what were the most watched TV shows and things. But it's like the same with the UK. If you look at the most watched episodes of something on TV, it's like a soap from the 80s, and it's because it was really hyped up, and also people only had like 4 channels. So, you know, what else were they watching? Nothing. And like, there's an episode of a drama series that aired in 2011 in Japan, and that had one of the most watched. It was like, I think it's like number 4 or something in the history of all Japanese TV, which is crazy for 2011. But it's also because people speculate it's because it was coming off after the big earthquake that happened, and a lot of more people were at home and watching the TV and things, so it kind of changes how people consumed the media. And it would have been before Netflix was truly kicking off as well. Just get people a reason to remember the show exists once a week, yeah? I kind of do miss that shared cultural thing though. I'm sure it still happens. It doesn't help that I don't live in my own home country, but that sort of... Because it's like even watching some streamers on Twitch when they're streaming some old TV shows or whatever, British ones, you know, I can sit in the chat and we all know, we've all got the same references and most of us all watch the same stuff because that's just how it kind of was in the 90s. Everybody sort of watched the same things, whereas I think even with music, this is a whole conversation, but I watched an interesting video about music recently, you know, with Spotify and stuff. Like, music's so segregated off now because you can just niche down. You can niche so hard into your likes and dislikes. It's probably even the same with video games as well. You just niche down into what you like, and if you don't like stuff, you don't need to ever be sort of subjected to it. Whereas like when most of us, I presume, listening grew up, we had to listen to shit music, even if we don't like it. You just had to listen to it because it's on the TV, on the music station, on the radio, and until it's finished there's nothing else coming on, so it's tough. You either like turn it off or listen. I mean, I used to watch music TV all the time as a teenager, and I used to watch endless amounts of music that I didn't like, but I'm just like, well, let's see what's on next. But now you can just like swipe right and never hear it again. And then you can sit and live in your fantasy of listening to only like, I don't know, like cottagecore, metal, whatever, with like, you know, the other 600 people who enjoy it. Oh god. And I think there's something to be said about being forced to consume things outside of your comfort zone and interests just to have a more worldly view of what's going on. Because I was saying to my friend back home in the UK, we were having a conversation about this at Christmas, but it's like, I can play you so many songs from the 90s and you will know them. You might not like them, but you will know them. Whereas I feel like you could play a lot of songs, and also I could play them to my mum and she will know them, even though she doesn't like them, but she will know them. You can play songs to me that have come out now and I don't know them because it is so easy for me to opt out of modern music. I don't need to listen to it, and I can just very easily avoid it, and I do. Hobby shows were big, everybody watched it at the same time to talk about it the next day. Exactly, it's a sign of a shared thing. 4 channels also the main competition for people's time and hours in TV. What do you reckon it is? Streaming? TikTok, YouTube. Big open plains with dense rows of trees right by the edge of the road, occasional tree in the road for good measure. Oh yeah, this game is just, it's anti-racing. Sorry, I'm like, I need to breathe. I'm like, jabba 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 jabba. At least I can talk while I'm playing this Lotus game, unlike Lotus Turbo Challenge, where every time I spoke I just crashed immediately. This one, the first like 5 races don't really matter. Too much. I'll be quiet when we get to the roadworks course. Yeah, like, I mean, even like rap and R&B, like, it's not stuff that I particularly always listened to, but or liked, but I still knew a load of it. And then there were certain songs that I did like that I probably wouldn't have discovered in a modern lens because I wouldn't have bothered listening to them. I suppose kids get subjected to it via TikTok though, but even that's still just, it's either if it trends or it doesn't. And I think the other thing that's missing is an exposure to older stuff, whether you unless it's in a TikTok video, because as a teenager, you know, and like in the 2000s, I still knew lots of 80s music and maybe 60s music and 70s music because it was just on the TV. I mean, some of it was also because I was interested in 80s music because it's nostalgic for me. PowerPoint. So wherever you start doing these PowerPoint things and talking nonsense in Twitch chat is far more fun. It always is. I'm not at work, fortunately, but do work away. Don't let me get you in trouble. I should just be here, driving cars and rambling. But it's like I remember when the Kate Bush song "Running Up That Hill" popped off a bit ago because of Stranger Things, and I was just like, how kind of sad that people don't necessarily know any of that music without it being in a TV show. I know Kate Bush "Running Up That Hill" because it used to come on. This is kind of hypocritical because it's technically a TV show, but it was used to be on VH1 pop-up video a lot, and you know, it would have all the trivia about it while the video was playing, and I just used to watch VH1 and listen to older music. I knew a lot of really random stuff from that. Like what's his name as well. I mean, even just like it just would be on TV on VH1 regularly. Things like what's his name? What's the duet that she did? "Don't Give Up" with the guy from Genesis. And then he had his song "Sledgehammer" with the dancing chickens. That was a good video. Used to get all those interesting TV shows as well, you know, like the just the top 10 most expensive videos, or like top 10 best videos as rated by, I don't know, Mick Jagger. No, this is a lot of 80s music. Oh, I like Kate Bush. You love it now. It's never too late to get into music, though. I don't see the need to be a snob with people. You know, like if you found it from Stranger Things and you love that song, that's absolutely fine and good for you. I don't feel like we need to gatekeep people from things like that. Oh, well, you don't deserve to enjoy that song now because you didn't find it from her album, you half-arsed fan or whatever. Like, who cares? If you like the song, you like the song. Hey Ross, how are you? And also, you can like music that's beyond your years, you know? I mean, I don't think I was alive when "Running Up That Hill" came out. I'm not sure, I might have just been, but I certainly wasn't listening to it. Nostalgia for old stuff was kind of a different thing because that old stuff wasn't as readily available. Yeah, it was a treat, I guess, wasn't it? Whereas you can just look stuff up now. But at the same time, you have to know it exists to look it up. It was better to just have it thrown at you. Part of your wisdom tooth cracked off. Oh dear. But the only exception I have, like I was just saying about it not being too late, is I hate when something gets very strongly attached to a piece of media and everybody finds it from that piece of media and they can't separate it from it, and it's like, this song existed before that piece of media. And that's when I find it's a bit obnoxious. Like, just enjoy the song. I hate when it's sort of been tainted by something, because I think I talked about this before, but like one of my favourite songs, I like OMD, a song called "Souvenir." I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and then for some reason it popped off on YouTube. I remember looking it up to listen to it one day, and then I saw all the, you know, the dreaded comments of like, who's here in 2023, and the other one that I hate is when people say like, blah 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 brought me here. So I gathered it had been in some Netflix TV show that was like a throwback to the 80s, and I think it was about suicide or something, I don't know. And there was a sad thing or something. I'm gonna guess somebody died in the show and the song was played, but there was loads of people, just all the comments on the music video were just about this fucking TV show and how sad it was in that moment, and it's just like, why do you have to come onto the band's like music video for it to just like bang on about the TV show that it was featured in briefly? It was like the song existed for like 40 years before this TV show. Like, just say you like the song and you found it from this TV show and you think it's really beautiful or something. Not like, oh my god, I cried so hard. It's just like, I don't know, kind of a bit lame. But I also have to like take a step back and think those people writing those messages are probably like 14, so like just get over yourself. Slap away, madman. Oh my god. Mid-80s is an experience. I feel a connection to 80s music though, because, and you might feel the same way, like it's this sort of primordial, in the womb kind of like sensation from 80s music, because I was on the planet for some of it and my siblings listened to it well into the early 90s because they were older than me. So I have a lot of like weird, blurry, like associations and sensations from the sounds of the 80s, because you know I would have been a young kid during some of that. And then, like I say, in the early 90s, my sister was still listening to all of her favourite like 80s stuff in the 90s. So I listened to a lot of it that way. So it's just a very nostalgic sound for me. The 70s I don't have any feeling at all for. I don't mind like some 70s stuff, but it doesn't connect with me. I wonder if people who were teens in the 80s feel that way about the 70s. Bit annoyed because today, as every week, it's 7:37 AM and lawn care people are cruising around and they're extremely... Oh gosh. Yeah, the world starting early is just like, whatever, isn't it? Hey yeah, Rosie, thank you for the sub. How are you? Very appreciated. Whoops. Need to remember to stop. And Resident Evil Day just had a true British lunch, cheese on toast with ham. I had a chicken sandwich with cheese today and Branston pickle, because I may have put like 6 jars of Branston pickle in my suitcase at Christmas and I still have some. And I will be getting more. Do you know, people say like, oh, you should take something, like what would you take back from the UK, like a bit of a flavour of your country? And people are like, oh, you know, take some chocolate or whatever. It's like, it's a waste. You eat that chocolate in like one moment, but a big squeezy jar of Branston could last you like 2 months if you're sparing with it. I love Branston pickle. It makes all sandwiches amazing. Good. How's the unending Lotus? It's unending. Come on, keep going. Yeehaw! Cookie butter sandwich. What on earth is that? Yeehaw! It does. You found my secret word. I forgot that I put it in that Nightbot command, so it goes off like every hour now. So I decided to add the yeehaw at the front of the message just to go with it. How you doing, Judo? Good morning to you. Oh, bite me! This level is just the fucking worst. Having really bad luck this time. It's the pits. How is it already 9:40? I've been live an hour. That's why the yeehaw went off. I might do another cheeky lap. Oh come on! That's like 4 fucking lasers now. How am I supposed to win when the game does this? I can't. Lasers could possibly go wrong. Even about the UK, it's like spend centuries evading pieces of spices, doesn't use any of them. You know, the world and its like opinions about British food, just kiss my British ass. I like British food. You know, sometimes when you live in other places, you realise how uninternational other places are. Like in Japan, where all you can get is Japanese food and crap Italian. And Chinese, I guess. These days, Korean. The synth drum, like forest track theme. Hey Sage, how are you doing? Why in God's name are you playing this again? This is the sequel. This is the sequel. You're doing decently, got a little ill, but good enough to take on the day. I'm tired, I'm so fucking tired. I walked home from work today, watching my TV shows to save some money off the subway. I was tired anyway though, but yeah, my legs are like... ugh. Use pepper and oregano. Oregano. All British things too. Don't get mushy peas though. Mushy peas are nice, but you need to put mint sauce on mushy peas. Mint sauce is amazing. I haven't had it here. It's like, what is it? It's like mint, the leaf, in like a vinegar. And I put it on everything back home, like mashed potato, Yorkshire pudding, sausages, carrots. I'll put it on anything, mint sauce. But on mushy peas, mint sauce makes mushy peas amazing. I don't think I would want mushy peas without mint sauce. Mint sauce kind of whip. It's not this one. There's a Lotus 3. There is, but it's not on the Mega Drive. This is Lotus 3, actually. They changed the numbers. That Lotus 1 was only on the Amiga, I think, and other computers. Lotus 2 was renamed to Lotus Turbo Challenge on the Mega Drive, because Mega Drive didn't have one. And then Lotus 3 was renamed to Lotus 2, which is what we're playing right now. Do I like Coleman's mustard? No, because I hate mustard. I hate mustard, I hate wasabi, I hate horseradish, I hate mayonnaise. It can all go in the bin. Flicky, yeah, we finished Flicky. I like Flicky. Bum 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 bum. I'm rather good at Flicky actually. Marmite, no. I'm not much of a foodie though. I have the most awful taste. I don't really like food because it kind of just fucks my stomach up and stuff anyway, so I eat it because I need to, or because I'm bored, but I don't like it. And I hate making it. I eat just to stop being hungry, that's it. I don't really eat because... Well, I mean, there's food that I like, I just don't like... if I didn't need to eat, I wouldn't. Because I always feel terrible after I eat. I get tired, food comas. Let me give the food takes, because I like everything. Those awful takes. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Well, no, but I don't know. See, Flicky for the first time, I go, wait, the Sonic things. See, I was the other way around. I played Sonic and was like, the Flicky things. Wow, Sonic 3D anyway. I mean, there are birds in the other Sonic games, aren't there? But I didn't really register them as Flickies. I played Flicky in an arcade. It's like one of the few arcade games that I actually played. This is my local like working men's club had one in arcade cabinet. They had Mortal Kombat as well, and King Arthur. The Capcom, is it Capcom? The Capcom beat 'em up, the King Arthur one. They had that. I still like that. You son of a beach. Did you like that one? It's because it's a beach level, isn't it? You see what I did there? I changed the word bitch into beach. Just came to me. Ah! Oh. Learned about Flicky today. It was very, but that's because I was reading. Drive me into the water, moon. You know you want to drive. Oh, I'm putting a me in there. I thought I was like fly me to the moon.
Bonus point.
It's already laughing, but they were redeem for the pun. Oh, this has been to this run. It's gone. It's gone. Oh no. Secretly, I like having clips to go through that. I've had quite a few lately. Mac's been running amok my mug. Oh! I'll just quit now. I'll just quit now. This has gone wrong. I need to concentrate more on this level. Oh, it's just whatever. Nobody clips me, so you have to awkwardly go through your VODs and do it yourself. Ah. I've clipped myself before. Not often, but I will do. I think something was great and nobody clips it. I'm just, especially if it's like, you know, it's the game did something of interest. I'm like, I need that recorded. I can't remember how many clips I've done, but I can't remember if I clipped the. Fuck. I had to make. Oh my god, there's a highlight. If you're ever curious of some, if you want to see a game that being like haunted. I made a short highlight of R-Type. I played R-Type on the PlayStation and it totally glitched out and went all like cursed. I think it loaded like the next level but without changing the tiles from the previous level. And no, wait, I think it loaded the tiles for the next level because basically I got to the second level boss, I think, and I died as I killed the boss. And so it went through the game, the you died game over sequence or whatever, well, you died sequence, and the boss also died, so it triggered like the next level. And I think it loaded all the tile set for the next level, but then it reloaded the level that I was on because I died, but I couldn't control the ship and just went flying forwards, but all the tiles were a hot mess and I couldn't do anything and the game just died. It was very, very creepy. And this was like on a real PlayStation 1 off a real disc. The game just had it totally just shit itself. I recorded that for posterity. A wig flying off your head singing I mean, if you're gonna have a clip, that sounds like a good one to have. Did they get your number? Ooh! See, talking about discovering songs, I never discovered Gloria until, well, it's always sounded familiar, but I discovered that from Will and Grace. You know when Grace's mum, I think it's in the episode set in the 80s, and they go over to Grace's house and her mum's singing it on the piano. What's her name? Debbie Reynolds, going Gloria, Gloria, and I wanted to know what the song was. And I remember looking it up, but it did sound somewhat familiar. And I've kind of liked it ever since. I actually just like the song, so. I also like that song, what's it called? I've Never Been to Me. I think Jack sings it on his show. Laura has such a great voice. It's a jam. Love when software shits the bed. It's such a weird effect, but yeah, it was bizarre. Yeah, really, what else I've clipped, but... Do you know that my favourite thing now, though, the best thing Twitch has done in a long time, is given me the ability to edit other people's clips. You know, because sometimes they're just too long, and too long with nothing in it. I love being able to just like cut off like 10 seconds or something. And renaming them as well if they've not been named anything. Because it's confusing when you Twitch, when the clip is just called like what? Mega Drive Odyssey 2445 Lotus 2 RECS 1993 Part 5 because nobody gave it a name. So now I can do it. Hey Joshua, how are you? Lotus has amazing soundtrack. Well, we're not listening to it, I'm afraid. Because depends which one you're on about. But this Lotus one, if you have the music player, you can't have any sound effects. Lotus Turbo Challenge had no music in game, but I enjoyed the music in between the levels. But one of the tracks on this, I thought it was quite good, but in fact, maybe let's play one of them. Do I have it? Because it was quite nice. I do. Should we listen? Let's listen to the Lotus 2 soundtrack for a moment. Oh. This is Ross that's in Angel's stream a lot, yeah. I'll be an angel. She has a really cool relationship with South America. It's really special, a whole career she performed there. Know why? Just had to love each other. I didn't even know she was dead. I did not know she was dead. Oh, that's alright. I don't know why, but suddenly what's her name has popped into my head. I quite like Selena, mostly because I found her from the Jennifer Lopez movie, but quite like the music, and I always think she's a tragic, gone too soon person, way too soon person. I always wonder where she'd be now if she hadn't died. Well, not even now, where she'd have been in the 2000s in fame. She had an aneurysm. Wow. Yeah, we could be listening to this music, but we wouldn't have any sound effects if we did. Actually, this isn't the in-game music though, this is the menus, I think. It's a huge shame that they didn't... There's absolutely no reason that the Mega Drive could not produce car sound effects and music, because loads of other games have done it. It just seems like a laziness left over maybe from porting it. No reason to do it that way on the Amiga either. Well, I wondered, but I didn't know. Change game modes. Yes. Oh, I don't think you were here yesterday, were you? Or 2 days ago even. So I finished the countdown mode against the checkpoints, and now we're doing the racing mode, where you have to come in. You have to place top 10 or shit out. And there's 7 races, but they're different courses to the ones that were on the checkpoints. Although, I think 2 of them are the same. You know what's interesting, the first Lotus game did have music and sound effects. See, I don't know why you would ever do that. Road Rash was the same? What do you mean Road Rash was the same? Not having music. Road Rash has sound effects and music, doesn't it? I mean, it has sound effects. I'm trying to think whether it has the rev of the engine in Road Rash, but it definitely has sound effects. It has all the punching and the kicking and the sirens and the yeah on Mega Drive. Hey Barface, how are you? Saw a thing on Tumblr about someone who provides library books for prisoners. Maybe Yolanda Salvador biography of Selena. She absolutely lost her shit. Is that the woman that shot her? The manager? It's ridiculous. What a joke. I think she could have broken America. I do. If she'd lived, I think she could have broken America. I don't know if she'd necessarily be still around in terms of fame to this day, but I feel like she would have had a dint in the 90s. I think she could have been, you know, like a Shakira or somebody come early. Just somebody to break America. I don't even know where. Probably not the best comparison, but I think you know what I mean. So an interview, like, I still miss her. If you shoot people, yeah, my god, you crazy lady. No sympathy for you. Sleeping a little before work. Yeah, I need to not be up super late tonight. This music, I'm not really feeling it. This is BGM1. This is the one that I like, I think. We could have been listening to this while we were playing with sound effects if they could have been bothered. Wouldn't this be good? Sleep once lawn maintenance is done. Yeah, unlike the time limit checkpoint one, Jamesy, we're actually against cars and we've got to there's no time limit, we've just got to come in ahead. But it essentially functions almost the same way. The traffic's a lot harder to get past though, I think. I found myself usually looping everybody originally. This is not so well. Sixth place. Equal or better than Top Gear. I haven't played Top Gear, so I can't say, but I don't think this game is great. I think it has issues. Can put the music off now, it's annoying me. Oh, let's have a bit of that. Are you feeling beachy? Japanese cars is popular in genres in other places? I don't know, I'm not a cars person. I feel like, yes, I feel like mostly what you see here is majority Japanese. I think. Japanese cars are probably the most popular. But I'm the wrong person to ask, I have no interest in cars. Oh, you saw the final checkpoint? It was it. It was just done, and then that was it. Once you're in front, it's... Yeah, well, you can actually lap them, and then you'll have traffic again. Which I think is what was happening on the other one, to be honest. But it's harder to do on this. That they drive a lot faster, I think. And, you know, half the struggle is just getting past the boggers. Because they really love to get in the way. No interest in cars? Hey, it ain't about the cars, it's about the Mega Drive. And this is a Mega Drive. Did you get that one? Maybe someone's even said that before. Ross, have you said that? I can't stop, it's a race. Remember when you made that? Yeah, I was about to say I got deja vu. Sounds like some shit that you'd say.
You've got a secret bonus point.
Yes. That's how it is. Don't deny it. You thrive off it. I can't remember what it was now, but I think my favourite one, I'm sure it was while I was playing tennis. ATP tennis. Oof. The final checkpoint, oh my god. Why did I even read back? Don't you dare say thirsty love. I can't remember. I'm sure there was something about the Roman Empire. Were we talking about Asterix or something? I don't even know. This level always makes me think of Outrun 2019. I'll just be a sec. Okay. You want a stereo like that again? Sounds familiar. Yeah, it was something like the Rome. This level always reminds me of Outrun 2019, so let's like play the music from Outrun 2019. You love puns, make some that you're very pleased with. For having done this, which just hear people talk. Yeah, well, it's also because sometimes I need to sometimes remember to like buffer read ahead sometime before I walk into it. Those are the best when you don't expect it. No fumble with your touchscreen and suffer. Are you ready for some Outrun 2019? Do 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 do. Fucking jam. I should replay Outrun 2019. It was sort of over too quick. The best games always are. Although it wasn't as good as Outrun. I like that it had different routes. Can we stop lasering me on the beginning every time? Smog is. It's supposed to be in the. It's supposed to be. Oh god, I'm fucking it up. I need to pay attention. It's supposed to be future. So we've got lasers. No, get out of the way! Oh, you... This is just going in the bin, because I keep getting shot. I forgot about Mia. See if we can just get a third lap going. Some terrible laser bullshit. Oh! Fudge. Do 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 do. Out of fuel. Wait, did I go past it? Lasers are trash. Like loads of scars. I like this kind of game, I have to say, even though this is brutal. Maybe you feel the same way, Dudo, because you've been playing a lot, but these like super scalar arcade racing games, they have a real addictive quality. I think I prefer them to just be in like a race, like Gran Turismo or something. It's got this sort of like very quick learning loop that's satisfying. So it is now Good Ost to you. Oh, Mia Farrow? What he's on about, like, I don't even know. Wait. Who's the voice of the girl in Family Guy? Mila Kunis. First I read it as Maya, as in the singer. This song slaps so hard in the game though. It doesn't sound as good now because it's quiet, but in the game it's so good. And it's also because it lasts like, it's about 5.5 minutes long, this track, and it lasts for the whole race, but you think it's just the same thing, but it gradually like climaxes and then has a little breakdown. We've just gone past the thing, and as you go through, because this is the last track of the game, so it has this real sense of like a victory lap at the end of it, which I thought was so cool. And it's pretty much, I mean, Outrun's really good too. All the Outrun songs are long in length, and they do tend to have a bit at the end that changes. Let me put a different one on. If you listen to the end of one of the Outrun songs, it'll... Let's have a look. Has this one got it? Yeah, this bit. This is like the very end of that song, where it changes. It's because the song's like 4.5 minutes. And this one that we know, the famous Outrun track. Where is that? But if you go to the very end of it, it's got that like different bit that goes at the end. I think we missed the bit that I was on about there, but yeah, here. That doesn't come in until about 3 minutes into it, which is, I always think, is really cool. I'm back on the Mega Drive games. Yes. Including Sega CD. No, because I don't have any way to play Sega CD at the minute. It was a bit's goal up until like yesterday to get a flash cart thing that will let me do Sega CD games. But I'm having financial problems at the moment, so a flash cart's not really important right now. So I've removed that goal for the moment. That's been paused until further notice. I've made a note of where we were in that goal, but right now my livelihood is a bit more of a higher priority. Hey Mac, how are you? I went to bed and you were streaming, and I woke up and you were still going. But in the future I would like to do... there's no reason that I don't want to do the Mega CD, I just don't have access to Mega CD library at the moment very easily, but I would love to do it. Feels like the natural next step. As soon as it's up and running, I would just include it, I would just add it to the total, to be honest, because there's a lot of overlap of games anyway, and there's certain games I'd like to revisit that are on the CD. Like, I'd love to play the Mega CD Pugsy. And obviously, at some point I want to go through the Shining Force series, and I want to play Shining Force CD when I do. I have Shining Force CD though, because it's on the Mega Drive Mini 2. So I can play it that way. Thank you for the toasty. I was like, what is that going off? Well done you, Ross, getting us started. I was like, what is that big blue bar going across the chat screen? Thank you for the toasty. I was doing a push to try and finish the game, but then realised the last map is stupid big, so another day, I guess. Odin. Is that on the Sega CD? No, it's a different game, isn't it? No, wait, is it? There's like 2 fighters. No, I'm thinking of the 32X. Was Time Splitters on the 32X? the arcade? Not Time Splitters. Time... Oh shit, what was it called? Time Killers. She could cheer more. Oh, don't worry about it. Honestly, just being here, like being here and watching is also support. Obviously, I do appreciate Ko-Fi donations, bits and subs and things like that, but I also appreciate people just being here. That is, you know, if people aren't here, then there's nothing at all happening, is there? Are there different difficulties after this? Shh. Why don't you look for yourself? You know there are. There are. There's like 2. This is the easy one, and then there's like a medium one, and then there's a hard one for both modes. These ones have 7 races. The medium one has like, I don't know, 10 or 12, and the hardest one has 15. This is the easiest, yes. There is a hard one. Yep. This game. The hell are the other cars? Evil, yeah. List your name on there, or is it Ko-Fi Anonymous? It's up to you. I think you could choose whether you want to be named or not. I've had 1 or 2 that have been anonymous. That's why I don't, when I have it on the stream alert for Ko-Fi, I have it set to anonymous as well, in case some people don't want to be blasted on my stream about it. And also, just because it's an independent place, if someone donates to my Ko-Fi, they might not necessarily be watching the stream, you know? It's a separate thing, so... But even if it's anonymous, you know, still thank you to Anonymous. The Secretary General of the UN. I mean, you can do subs anonymously, I believe. But apparently you can't do bits anonymously anymore or something. Which I didn't know about. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised Twitch hasn't implemented an anonymous follow system. I've turned mine off because I do think it is a bit obnoxious now. I used to have it on. I turned it off probably about a year ago now. I mean, when I say off, it just doesn't name whoever it is. I like to know somebody's follow just so I can say thank you. It seems like it's a nice compromise, is the best of both worlds, where I can just say thank you, but I don't like, not like, thank you, Ross Van de H. I can't even read your name. That's also why it's nice to have it off, so that I don't have to say. Because it's embarrassing. I don't know what happened with those vowels. Low enough self-esteem to enjoy being greeted. Well, you can just say hi if you want. Like, you can follow and then say hi, and then I'll be like, you know, you can say, hey, it was me. I'll be like, oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Ross Vander. But, you know, sometimes not everybody wants to chat on Twitch either. There are a lot of people out there, I think, who just want to watch and they never want to speak ever. And there's nothing. I've had this happen to me though, like, and the other thing is I've also followed somebody by accident, and then they'll be like, "Oh, thanks for the follow, it's Derek Moon." Like, oh shit! I didn't mean to. Like, I was just like scrolling down through your about page, and my finger touched it. And now I feel like I need to say hello, and I don't want to. I was just about to leave, so it's awkward, yeah. So it just gives you the gives you the power to do what you like. If you want to be loud and be like, "Hey, I followed you, yay!" then you can, and if you don't, then you don't have to. You can just follow and be quiet. Because I mean, I actually often will wait for if I'm watching a stream. I actually don't like following unless I've been actively chatting. If I'm just watching and I want to follow, I will wait until the stream's ended and I will do it later because I don't want the hey stuff. I'll wait for them to finish, but then I'll often forget. But if I've been actively chatting, then yeah, but what we need is unfollow alerts. We don't. It's so devastating. No, it's not. No, I told you the best thing for me about hitting 1,000 people is just no longer being able to see the tiny number. It was a fucking killer. You know, you'd be like 941, 940, and then like next week you'd be like 943, and then next week you'd be like 939, and it's like, oh, for God's sake. I love being well over the 1k, so all it says is 1k, and it will say 1k until we get to 2k, and then I'm very happy not knowing about the details. I don't care, because you know, it doesn't matter. Unfollows are unfollows. Either people don't like you, people are bored of you, you played a game you don't like anymore, or their account got banned, or they're a bot, or, you know, there's so many reasons why you have unfollows. Sometimes they were never real follows in the first place, it was a bot, but it's just irritating when you see the number like all the time. I like that it's not visible anymore. I mean, I can look if I really wanted to, there's ways to find out, but it's not there. I like it. 1.1. Yeah, well, that's only on PC. On mobile, it just, and I'm mostly on mobile, it only says 1k. And even 1.1 is 5 too, because it's not 1.1, I don't think, because it rounds up to the nearest 100, and I think we're below, I think we're like 18 something. I don't know. Last time I had a look. 1080 something, I believe. So, whatever. Maybe after this stream we'll be at 170 something, but who knows. You're on mobile? But how do you see on mobile? I wonder if it's just maybe it's what kind of phone you have. So I'm looking now, because I always have my own stream open because it helps me keep an eye on whether it's crashed or not. Maybe on Galaxy or something it's different? I don't know. It's for the unfollow, it's been real, yeah. Don't let it hit your head on the way out. I used to have a command, do I still have it? You cannot use alias commands. Where did it go? What happened to that command? Let me have a look. Commands. Is it still on? You cannot use aliased commands. I don't understand what that means. Let me make it not an alias. Does it work now? There it is. Yeah. That's my motto about Twitch, you know, if you're unhappy, you don't need to tell me about it. You can just close the window. It's fine. Move on. It's, you know, press Alt F4 or click that X and I'm gone. And so are you. I mean, on the other hand, there is such a thing as feedback, but it's like I talked about this before, I think, but I put my VODs on YouTube just of when I've finished games and stuff, and I put a VOD on of Air's Adventure, my playthrough of that, and I got a comment from somebody that just said like, they were saying that I did too much. I can't remember how they worded it, but they basically said I did too much talking, and it's just like, you know, this is a VOD of a fucking live stream. Like, of course I was talking to people, but it was like, I think they were sad that I wasn't playing the game as much and I was just talking, but it's like, did you need to, like, take to pen over that? Like, just stop watching. Like, you don't need to let me know about the fact that you thought there was too much talking and you left. But at the same time, like, I understand. I think too, like, you shouldn't have to live in a world where there's nobody can take any sort of criticism or feedback. But like, I think the only reason I felt a bit more about it was because I wasn't making anything really. I'd literally uploaded a VOD of my live stream. I wasn't marketing it as like, this is my Let's Play. Come and watch my very streamlined, beautifully edited video. It was just, this is a fucking VOD. Like, and you like, do you want me to go back in time and like talk less for the next? Like, by the way, guys, we're gonna shut up now because I'm gonna upload this VOD on YouTube eventually, and I don't want it to be too much like chat. It's a VOD. It really wasn't made with YouTube in mind. I just threw it out there. I'm sorry that you were disappointed. Yeah. Well, it is. People do like to just take to their keyboard, don't they? To be fair though, with the game that I was playing, it was in Japanese and there was like no English Let's Plays of it, so... But still. You know, the disappointment is real, yes. They need to let you know. I was very unhappy with that. I was very, very sad and disappointed. And how dare you? Quite the opposite, talk more. I try, but then I crash. This live seems too sloppy. Can you edit? I will. I will. Next time I will carefully edit out. You know that whole segment we talked about earlier about, like, what's her name? Laura, what's her name? Brannigan. That will get cut. We don't need to keep that in. We don't need to talk about Swedish detective dramas, because that's boring, right? You're very sad you missed the end of Lotus 1. You can watch the VOD. There was like 15 VODs of Lotus 1, but I didn't upload almost any of them because a lot of them I'm not proud of a lot of my Lotus 1 VODs because they were pretty ugly. I went from like it goes from part 5 to like part 6, which is like 30 hours later, to when I finish it. Just put your mic on channel 2 so it doesn't get... Yeah, and just have a silent... Yeah, but then it's just me standing around in an RPG not moving because I'm rambling. It's like now, you know, just have the screen pause for however long. I won ugly. Right, we're ready. It's concentration time. I saw that clip. It's how it feels, though. Oh! I'm just gonna say penis. I've got nothing else. Penis! Like, just come on,
You've got a
Lotus
secret
2.
bonus point.
Just stop it. It's not big and it's not clever. It's just garbage at this point. Secret bonus point anyway. Can't watch Red Car go fast now. Oh, you're working? We're going for the roads in these types of games. Yeah, I really like this style of game now. This sort of, they call it sprite scalers, don't they? Even though I think this one's not scaling, it's redrawing, but same difference maybe. I'm sure you can actually me if you want. It's a very appealing style of game, I think, especially how it captivates a sense of space. I really like Test Drive as well, but that wasn't like this at all. It was just very fancy, very creative use of graphics to create a sense of 3D space. I really liked the way that Test Drive ran. Test Drive 2, I think it was actually. Ran very smooth as well. And it looked like a polygon 3D game, but it wasn't. Oh, I forgot to fucking fuel. Oh well. Maybe the next one. Hopefully I'll make it. I think I will. Don't, oh you bastard. Rad Racer. The JavaScript in QBasic. I think I'm gonna have to do... Oh, stop that shit! One more checkpoint. This is a terrible level, though. I think the actual road is fun, but the laser gimmick is just... If you remove the lasers from this level, it would be so much better. Because it's a fast and fun level. Except when you get blasted off the road. Oh, really? I'm having absolutely awful luck with the lasers right now. The Lady in Dragon's Revenge. You forgot the game's name, isn't it called Dragon's Revenge? Oh, the first game. Yeah, I mixed them all up because they've got different names. Devil Crush, Devilish. Bad Omen is Devilish, isn't it? Devil's Crush. We got those pinball games to do at some point. I am not good at pinball. I'm not looking forward to them. How many pinball games are there? Meaning of a lot of checkpoints. Oh no. Oh my god, I can't dispel genre. 7 pinball games. What the jiffy? Do I need to stop again? Or one more lap? May as well stop though, with no speed. hoping that's enough for 2 laps. But look how much speed I've lost. This is so irritating. Just play Paperboy in a minute. Psycho Pinball. Yeah, but a lot of these games, like, are they fun or are they just like, you know, when you're trying to, I don't know how if you finish them or not, but like, when you're trying to get far, is it going to be fun? Because this is fun if you don't care about winning. I'm not going to qualify now. Literally, it's all because of lasers. It's horse shit. Fucking garbage. I've got to get almost there. Come on, let me have it. Oh my god. That is such a joke though. 10th place because I got shot by about 5 lasers. I don't know. If it doesn't have an end, I'll just play it for a bit until I feel like I'm satisfied. There are games like that. I mean, it's like some of those midway classic ones like Pong and that was on it, and like Centipede and stuff. I'm not really bothered. Hey Moomin Mama, how are you? This game this music, this was from F-15 Strike Eagle. That didn't have an end. Just I got the I was wondering if it would have an ending because I found out about all the promotions and things that you could do, and I got to the top promotion and absolutely nothing happened. So it's stuck in work. I'm stuck in this. Yeah, not all games have an end. I played NHL. Wait, no. What was it called? Pro Quarterback had like one mode, and it was just play a game. So I played a game and I won, and then the end. Called it. I don't think there was any credits. Can't remember now. Oh my god. I don't want this level. The turns are really annoying. Going very well today. Well, I've not managed to get to the final level yet. all I've got to do is place higher than 10th to qualify. That'll do. Theme park might not have an end. Yeah, I think I'll just do every country's theme park and call it a day. I'm really looking forward to theme park actually. That'll be some really nice. There's so much to look forward to doing this. Like I know sometimes it's like, oh, we're always just in misery with Mega Drive games playing like these tough games or not necessarily good games, but there's so much stuff that's going to be lovely as well. Like, I think theme park is going to be nice and chill and fun, and Lemmings and just those sorts of games that you really can kind of just chill out and stuff. They're not. They're more thinking rather than high skill. Hey, Scorpion, how are you? Right, this is the bullshit level. See, all the cars just overtake me even though I was in 15th. Back to bed, gonna listen to TV and interact again. Good night. We can do another one maybe? That's great, played it so much as a kid. Yeah, I like theme, but I played it a lot on the Mega Drive specifically as a kid. I used to borrow it. the last one. Whew, Flintstones Jam. What was Mario Kart on the SNES? That uses mode 7, doesn't it? Just rotates the floor. Away, you tramp! Oh! Whatever. We qualified! Top 10! Second place! Pete Daniels and his whopping 112 points. I wouldn't always get that. Yay! I think we could GG. We could GG that. Do you not think? We got a credits roll. We qualified all races. Second place. Alright, on to the next mode, eh? Maybe. Shall we check it out? Am I gonna regret this? Should we do the stop clock? How many races? 10. Oh. You know, I don't mind if there's 10 races, but do they need to be like 6 laps and like 5,000 miles long? If they're just repeats though, I don't think I'm bothered. Let's just see what they look like. This is the wind one again. You know, if they're gonna be like this though, if it's exactly the same and then just with extras at the end, I'm just gonna skip and do the hardest one because I don't see the point. I bet it is, you know. I bet that's all it is. I think each one's just going to be extra races. In fact, you know what? I'll recognise it more if I do the other mode. Let's just check this one. It's not the same. This is the mud level first. Is it the same mud level though? Oh, I'm not doing the timer now. Let's turn it on. This is not the same mud level. Oh my god, it's all different. Oh wait, no it is. Maybe? Ooh. Shout for Mudman. Not mud chocolate. Not mud, lonely this Christmas. It'll be cold. I feel like I'm going faster than usual. Whoa! Get out the way. This ain't the same course, I don't think. I should have checked the code, that would tell me. Ooh, I don't recognise this at all. Am I going to need to use pits on this one? And also, where's the rest of the cars? Ooh. It's kind of, I said yesterday though, this game has grown on me quite a bit since I first started it. I'd still think a couple of its aspects are bullshit though, like the future level, the laser beams are trash. And the roadworks level is a little bit silly. I just did it though, and it was kind of satisfying, but I find sometimes it feels like it's near impossible to do better than like 8th on that one. I don't know how you would come in first place there. Like you need to just, I guess, never touch any. Do you think I can? I'm not going to make this, am I? I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to have to stop for gas. I wonder if I can even make this lap. Can't help but feel like some of the laps are uneven. I shouldn't need much though. How much gas do I need? Should be enough. Do 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 do. Fuck a duck. Just crashed at the end. Let's see what the next level's gonna be then. Bum 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 ba bum. Pete Daniels? Not Paul Daniels. What's this level? The forest? We've seen this one. I want to see new levels. Excuse me? Are you Pete Daniels? Oh no! We haven't done this level before. This has got logs and jumping and shit. Oh my. It's tennis music. Do you remember this? Do rocks and logs. Do do do. Dun dun. Do 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 do. Such good music this is. This is why you play sports games, you specifically, but to hear the lovely music in them, like the title screen in ATP Tennis. Such good music in sports games. Why is there just a big fucking rock in the middle of the road? Oh, this is gonna take some memorization, I think. Not sure if I'm in the mood tonight. Oh. What a horrible course. It's like what I hate about skitching as well. Just random, like it's a racing game but with random stuff in the road. Oh, get out the way. I wonder if we need to gas on this level. Hopefully not. Crap. We were one place short. It's the end of the race though. Yeah. I think we'll leave our turbo adventure there for now. Let's play some Paperboy.